Howdy, this is Jomai Etu, and I am about to demonstrate for you my digital DJ setup. I've been a DJ for 20 years, so of course I started on vinyl, and when CD players were just first becoming pitch fader controllable, sloppy things that those were. And just a couple of years ago, I was spinning with a friend who said, watch this, and he looped 2 CD players and started messing around with it. After about 10 minutes playing with just the 2 loops and doing a really big time on the dance floor, he said to me, he pointed out, the whole point of this exercise was the fact that the less you have to pay attention to the pitch faders on your turntables, the more you can pay attention to your mixing board and how it actually sounds. That kind of impressed something on me. I don't have to watch after pitch faders in the studio when I'm working on music and can do a whole lot more. So I set about to build myself a digital DJ setup using Live, which I was producing in at the point. You can see the first couple of pieces of equipment that I tried I hated, and they are in their boxes for me to take over and sell at Guitar Center the next time I need to buy a piece of equipment. I'll get at least 20 bucks off, I guess, for all that money I spent. Anyway, I hated them all, and then I saw a website for this neat touchscreen thing called a lemur. And I bought one and found out it was one of the nerdiest things I was ever going to do to even begin to play with it, and decided that the way that I was going to connect it to my live setup was going to be using Max MSP, which had just before that released Max for Live. So I went to Third Board, yay Third Board, and took myself a Max MSP class. At this point, I have to say I owe Mike Rignetta a big, huge thanks for staying with me after class a couple times and explaining how I was being a complete dope and trying to learn a visual programming language, which I'd never done before. Anyway, he got me started on my way, and this is what I have today. You see here on the left I have the controller screen, which is not finished and really not completely hooked up. Hold transport, not hooked up yet. Pitch fader, so I can match someone else's stuff. Yeah, not hooked up yet. Master function list. The only thing working on this one so far is reset all track lists. What that does is Live then polls all 4 turntables and gets both the tracks, and you won't see anything show up in this menu because I don't have anything, but also clips to control the effects units. So here we go, 4 turntables, all hooked to Live. Let's see, let me actually make sure these are all reset. That's what that other button that wasn't programmed on the other screen over there was for, and I have to do that because this is actually a pain to do right now to make sure that everything really is off in Live and not just sitting open from the last time I had the set on. Alright, what you're seeing here is besides my clips and the slot for the clips to control the effects automatically, we also have basic 3 EQ, low, mid, high. This is not the Live 3 EQ. This is actually a series of the much more controllable EQs from Live. I took someone else's setup and learned how they did it and changed it to how I wanted mine to sound and how I wanted it to react to my controls. Then I added low, mid, high, kill. So kill switches on all 3 of those. Alright, effects. Color, basically things like, I have an effect I call jacked out, which, well, it just kind of jacks the sound out and turns it into a rhythm. Flanger, metalizer, A couple of echoes, fade twos, a fade to gray, a fade to echo, both of which are built to run only on the top end. So the bottom end keeps running normally, and the echoes run on top of that. Beat, repeat, roller, verb with various controls on it, and then switches off for each one of them. Filters, high pass and low pass, completely controlled. This is multi-touch. I think I could use all 5 fingers and possibly one more, and it would still catch all of the touches. It's nice. It's pretty sensitive. So here, let's play a little bit. I have my drum loops over here. Start with a nice little disco loop. And I've got an acapella over here. I would, of course, normally be using both hands on the touch screen, but I'm the cameraman too, dude. So there it is, Jomai Etu's DJ setup. Pretty cool. Hope you enjoyed that. Later.